Good morning. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Carolyn Brown. I'm the first Vice Chair of the Board of Governors and a proud graduate of the University of Windsor. I'm delighted to welcome you to the State of the University Address today. I would like to begin this morning's program with a land acknowledgement. I acknowledge that the land on which the University of Windsor sits is the traditional territory of the Three Fires Confederacy of First Nations, comprised of the Ojibwa, the Odawa, and the Potawatomi. As a member of the Board of Governors of the University of Windsor, I ask those in attendance this morning to consider our respective positions in relation to the lands where we live, study, and work. I invite us to do this in a way that recognizes that a land acknowledgement is a first and meager step in an ongoing commitment to building sustainable and meaningful relationships with the Indigenous communities on whose lands we reside today and who are amongst us as colleagues, friends, and kin. For a land acknowledgement to have meaning, it must be grounded in material actions that not only recognize the lands on which we live and its stewards, but it should also commit us as individuals and a university community to continue to do the difficult and necessary work of addressing systemic and historic injustices that have targeted Indigenous peoples across this country. As an academic institution, we commit to Indigenous peoples and Indigenous communities by developing policies and procedures that honor the history and the realities of Indigenous peoples of this country. We do this by creating mandates and programs that recognize and support Indigenous sovereignty and resistance. We do this by developing curricula that teaches non-Indigenous students how to be in solidarity with the struggles for Indigenous rights, Indigenous sovereignty, and the protection of Indigenous lands, waters, and resources. We do this by centering the voices of Indigenous people amongst us and taking our lead from their experiences, histories, and truths. Finally, we do this by continually committing to decolonial and Indigenous futures in the spaces where we work, learn, live, and grow. Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium Dr. Rob Gordon, University of Windsor President, to deliver his annual State of the University Address.
Well, thank you so much, Carolyn, and hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 State of the University of Windsor Address. It's truly an honor to be here as we reflect where we stand, celebrate our achievements, and explore the exciting path we are navigating together for tomorrow. I truly want to extend a warm greeting to our university community, our faculty, staff, students, alumni, and many partners. A special hello as well to our guests from the City of Windsor, the wider Windsor-Essex region, our community, and our government organizations, as well as our donors, supporters, Board of Governor members, and friends who are joining us this morning. I really want to express my appreciation to everyone for the efforts and engagement that have brought us to this point today. It's impossible to individually thank each person by name due to the vast number who have contributed, but please know your efforts are recognized and have played a true role in our shared achievements as a university. During the past 12 months, we have made significant progress, and today I have the pleasure of sharing some highlights of our successes. There is a considerable distance to cover on various fronts. The journey ahead, however, calls for unity and collaboration. Each of you contribute to shaping the future of this university and the future of the city, of Windsor, Essex, and beyond. As I frequently emphasize, the University of Windsor is not merely an educational institution. We are integral to the prosperity of our entire region. What makes the University of Windsor a valuable partner is our very essence. We are a complex, dynamic, places committed to independent thought and collective discussion as an institution. While we present challenges at times, it's fundamental to who we are and to our overall impact as a university. Differing perspectives result in more nuanced ideas and solutions as part of our role. The University of Windsor is also committed to municipal and regional alliances in everything that we do. This provides our students with opportunities to learn and serve in a variety of ways. We continue to make this a priority and intend to expand on it in the future. The importance of these connections is reflected in the theme of this year's State of the University address, Together for Tomorrow. Together, we are better, stronger, more efficient, and more resilient. Togetherness is a call to work collectively, to embrace diversity of thought and opinion, and ultimately be better for it. It means truly engaging in open and sometimes difficult discussions and being committed to shared goals even amid differing ideas of the best approaches to take. It requires strong engagement, ensuring our efforts include everyone. Togetherness also relies on genuine human connection. Today is a reminder of the energy generated when people gather. This is important in today's virtual world more than ever before, whether in classrooms, workspaces, or our community events. Being together enriches our ability to understand one another, exchange ideas, and form truly authentic bonds. Our success as a university also ultimately hinges on important teamwork. As a sports enthusiast, I like to use a familiar and often used metaphor, the All-Star game. Take last weekend's NHL All-Star game, for example. To me, it lacked excitement and a true sense of team, despite the roster of many, many, many talented superstars on the ice. The success of a team demands shedding entitlement, embracing change, emphasizing accountability, and harmonizing singular talent with a collective achievement. This is more important now than ever before. Our university, like our communities, are at a pivotal juncture. It calls on us to thoroughly contemplate who we are, what we want to become, and what this means for us. Allow me to elaborate. Our region, as you're all well aware, is currently ranked near the top of Stats Canada's Local Business Conditions Index for Ontario, something we're really proud of. In turn, there have been increasing demands for highly skilled talent in our region, and the University of Windsor is well positioned to contribute to this through innovation, education, and engagement. But at the same time, our city contends with some of the highest unemployment rates and with the impact of neighborhoods that have some of the lowest household incomes levels in the province. The persistent challenges of housing and escalating costs further compound this situation. Addressing these conflicting realities requires careful and balanced attention. There is much for us to learn from one another, and the University of Windsor is committed to being an active participant every single day. First and foremost, we are a university that serves our students and our communities. As I've said before, we are the University of Windsor and the University for Windsor. As we capture a snapshot on our university's current state, it becomes evident that we are making remarkable strides in attaining significant milestones as an institution. This past year, we saw our highest ever placements in some prestigious global rankings. For example, we moved up nearly 100 spots to place among the top third of universities globally in the World University Rankings by the Times Higher Education rankings that were released this past fall. And in July, we were listed among the top 44% of universities in the overall QS World Rankings, where we also advanced an incredible 100 positions from the year before. Our progress reflects the extensive efforts of our faculty, staff, students, incredible alumni, and partners. So does the fact that the University of Windsor attracts motivated scholars to our campus and our city and our region. Nearly 18,000 students from 106 countries are enrolled across our 9 faculties as we continue to grow, carefully and strategically. In keeping with our commitment to enhancing the student experience and addressing community needs, we've successfully increased enrollment by 13% since 2017. Providing high-quality learning environments remains our priority as an institution. We are dedicated to ensuring that our campus is welcoming, and we encourage gathering and engagement. Our Leddy Library, for example, hosts more than 5,000 visitors a day and continues to be a space for exchange and connection. We're continuing to broaden and enrich our work-integrated and experiential learning opportunities as an institution. Last year, nearly 4,000 of our undergraduate students were enrolled in co-op, work placements, partnerships, and work terms. This adds up to more than 650,000 hours of hands-on learning in our communities. In the education and health-related fields, last year students from the University of Windsor logged more than 750,000 hours in field placements, clinical practicums, and internships. As well, the brand new Faculty of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences co-op stream has introduced 10 new programs, providing our students with even more options in the future. We're also excited to share that 110 brand new companies have joined our network of employers, hiring our students through co-op and work placements this past year. Overall, our students contributed more than 1 million hours to community workplaces in 2023. Workplace learning is a high-impact practice, one of the activities strongly associated with overall student success. Other practices include undergraduate research, international exchanges, and community service. The University of Windsor excels in these areas. The National Survey of Student Engagement tells us that more than 80% of our final year undergraduate students participate in at least one high-impact practice. And the percentage of our students who participate in 2 or more is 10% higher than the national average. These types of experiences are invaluable for our students. They improve understanding and employment opportunities in their chosen fields of study while also fostering problem solving, critical thinking, and resilience. I want to certainly thank our many, many public and private sector partners for making these learning opportunities possible, and we expect these to continue to grow in the future as well. The talents of University of Windsor graduates are in strong demand. Across the board, nearly 88% of our graduates are employed within 6 months of graduation. And within 2 years, that figure jumps to 95%. This places us well above the provincial average in both categories. We take great pride in celebrating the success of our students. Our graduation ceremonies each spring and fall are a perennial highlight for the entire campus community. Last year, we awarded more than 6,600 undergraduate and graduate degrees as a university. This means the university played a leading role in more than 3,400 new people entering the high-demand fields of science, math, computer science, technology, and engineering. Additionally, nearly 1,200 graduates in the arts, humanities, social sciences, and social work are enhancing our workforce with critical thinking and community engagement skills. More than 225 new legal scholars and 800 business graduates are on their way to being the next generation of future innovators. There are now 374 new nurses and nearly 183 human kinetics majors working in the healthcare sector. And 425 new education graduates are leaders in teaching and learning supporting our next generation. Also, approximately 35 physicians graduated from the Schulich School of Medicine and Dentistry Windsor's campus last year. This meaningful partnership between the University of Windsor and Western University has added approximately 100 new physicians to our region since the program began more than 15 years ago. Numerous local businesses and organizations, small and large, thrive with the support of our graduates, highlighting our role in cultivating skilled professionals across a wide range of sectors. For example, the local startup company Canadian Protein has provided part-time employment to more than 100 University of Windsor students since it was established in 2011. And 75% of the permanent staff of another local business, Valiant, are engineering graduates from the University of Windsor. Thousands of our graduates are also employed in roles supporting advanced manufacturing in this region, including at the Ford Motor Company and Stellantis. The CEO of the Windsor Regional Hospital shared with us recently that more than half of their 3,000 employees are alumni of the University of Windsor. Our 4 regional school boards also benefit from the dedication of thousands of our former students. And 90% of the leadership team at the Windsor Family Credit Union are University of Windsor graduates. These are just a few of the many, many stories of that our partners have shared with us about the impact of the University of Windsor on their organizations. The university also plays a key role in driving regional advancement through research and innovation. This includes securing competitive research funding and championing novel ideas and shaping new technologies. Researchers successfully acquired external research grant revenue of nearly $33.5 million in 22-23. Our most recent annual figures show us securing $12.8 million in Tri-Council research funding from NSERC, SSHRC, and the Canadian Institute of Health Research, and nearly $2.9 million in MyTax funding to bolster student-engaged research at our university. My vision is to continue to elevate the University of Windsor to be among the most actively engaged MyTax universities in all of Canada. We have also experienced a significant uptick, nearly 40%, in research funding from industry, corporate, and not-for-profit sectors since 2017. Our most recent figures indicate that more than 56% of our research output involved international collaborators, and our academic endeavors and peer-reviewed research publications have increased more than 20% over the past 5 years. Our first ever University of Windsor Research Impact Report was released last year, showcasing our incredible efforts to engage with more inclusive and non-traditional approaches to research and knowledge dissemination through impactful and meaningful partnerships. I believe shared value partnerships are the key to the future of innovation in our region and beyond. These mutually beneficial relationships open new opportunities for all stakeholders to be engaged. Collaborations with our donors, alumni, and other supporters are also integral to our success as an institution. Their generous contributions extend beyond financial support, encompassing their time, effort, and advocacy. This past year, our donors contributed more than $6 million in gifts, and we enhanced our university's endowment fund by more than $1.7 million. We now have more than 160,000 University of Windsor alumni from 148 countries around the world, serving as a testament to the far-reaching impact of the university. During Alumni Weekend this past year, we saw more than 6,000 people take part in on-campus, community-based, and virtual events. The University of Windsor Alumni Association provided more than $500,000 to support our students, our campus, and our community in 2023. And plans are to allocate more than $615,000 this year. We are so grateful for this incredible partnership and relationship. We know, however, that alumni are seeking deeper connections to the university's future, and we are truly committed to a more comprehensive engagement approach moving forward. The University of Windsor remains steadfast in our commitment to truth and reconciliation. We have made much progress focusing on trust and relationship building necessary for respectful consultation with Indigenous peoples. This is crucial for cultivating a respectful, inclusive, and culturally sensitive environment that echoes the diverse voices and experiences within our university. I'm proud to say that our Indigenous student population significantly increased this past year. We are actively engaged in consultations to support the university's first ever Indigenous strategic plan. This transformative journey is unfolding at its own pace. We are continuing, however, our efforts aimed at decolonizing our curriculum, our university policies, and our overall governance. Last spring, we held the second annual alumni and student powwow in partnership with St. Clair College on our campus. This provided the university, local school boards, and broader community members with opportunities to celebrate Indigenous cultures together. And in June 2023, the University of Windsor and the Can-Am Indian Friendship Center signed an MOU committing to work together to advance learning, respectful knowledge creation, and the well-being of local First Nations and campus communities. We are also proud of the many Indigenous elements we have incorporated into convocation ceremonies over the past few years. The University of Windsor is a leader among Ontario universities in this regard. We also continue to work towards inclusive and equitable recruitment and leadership capacity building in everything we do. This year, the University of Windsor welcomed 105 new full-time staff and tenure-track faculty members to our university community, including members of the executive leadership team. We believe the knowledge and skills of our new faculty and staff members will further elevate the university and promote positive change moving forward. We also continue to strive to be more equitable, diverse, and inclusive. Central to this is the development of a people, equity, and diversity strategy, rooted in the principles of anti-racism and anti-oppression. We are committed to integrating these values into everyday university life. There is still much more to be done, however. Acknowledging and learning from our mistakes is a fundamental part of this transformative process, and we are dedicated to working towards positive and true lasting change. Just a reminder, February is Black History and Black Futures Month, and there are numerous activities taking place on campus and in our communities. I encourage everyone to participate in these important events. Now let's redirect our attention to the noteworthy successes of the past year, highlighting the collaborative accomplishments that characterize our university community. In December, we were really proud, we unveiled our new carbon neutrality master plan, which outlines strategies to significantly reduce our environmental impact, aligned with the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. Its unveiling marked a significant milestone in our sustainability journey. The approval of this bold master plan positions the University of Windsor as a leader in this regard in Windsor, Essex, and beyond. Our plan sets some aggressive targets: a 45% reduction in the 2019 greenhouse gas emissions by the year 2030, and being carbon neutral by the year 2050. These are lofty goals reflecting our dedication to a greener future. Already we have taken some significant steps forward, which is why we've moved up more than 250 positions this past year in the prestigious QS World Sustainability Assessment Rankings, a major achievement for our institution. One of our largest initiatives was last summer's installation of a hybrid chiller on campus, a first of its kind of any university in Canada. This chiller drives the heating, cooling, and ventilation systems for more than 29 buildings across our campus. It will help us achieve by itself 82% of our 2030 greenhouse gas mitigation reduction target. And it will save us an estimated $1 million a year in our operating budget, which will be reinvested into our sustainability commitments. Fostering a sustainable future involves both changing our infrastructure and our behavior as a community. The university's new Environmental Sustainability Office is working with faculties and units across campus to integrate sustainability into our institutional culture. A campus sustainability literacy and cultural assessment is underway, and the first ever university-wide sustainability annual report will be released later in 2024. Of course, environmentally focused research and creative activity are key parts of the university's sustainability commitment. Last year, nearly 500 University of Windsor peer-reviewed research publications focused on topics related to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. That will continue to grow. Another cornerstone project from the past year was the launching of an incredible new talent incubator on our campus, referred to as the CUBE. It provides Indigenous and Black students with opportunities and supports that are unique to their individual academic and career pursuits. We will certainly be highlighting the impactful work of the CUBE in the weeks and months ahead as well. This year, we also recruited and hired 12 new faculty members and 1 librarian as part of our Black Scholars Hiring Initiative that we announced a few years ago. This international effort, spearheaded by the newly established Black Studies Institute, drew hundreds and hundreds of applications from around the world and attracted a final cohort that is set to offer outstanding leadership in a wide range of fields across our university. I want to acknowledge, however, the ongoing leadership and commitment of people from historically marginalized communities who often take on the work of advancing our efforts in these important areas as well. It's work that does not go unnoticed. This past September also marked the beginning of another new chapter here at the University of Windsor, as all 3 cohorts of students in the Faculty of Law started their academic year in the same building, a first since 1973. Based on the idea that that law is a social process, the newly renovated Ron W. Ianni building provides better spaces for learning, teaching, and collaboration, made possible by many, many generous donations, including the Don Rodzig Foundation. The university also broke ground on an exciting new student residence in 2023, and construction that is now underway off Sunset Avenue with our partners from Tilbury Capital. Spanning 150,000 square feet, the 6-story student residence will feature 452 beds, community lounges, and a 275-seat food hall. On the other end of campus, off Sunset Avenue, progress is also being made to transform a property and create new space for Indigenous students, staff, faculty, and community members. This involves collaboration with a committed organizational committee, including the Senior Advisor to the President on Indigenous Relations and Outreach, the Indigenous Education Council, and a 2-row architect from the 6 nations of the Grand River First Nation. Another noteworthy accomplishment this past year was our transition to the Brightspace Learning Management System as an institution. This initiative launched more than 2,600 courses, engaging nearly 19,000 users on the platform. In supporting this transition, more than 1,100 faculty, staff, GAs, and TAs participated in active training sessions. This undertaking required substantial effort and is a testament of the effectiveness of working together. There's also a number of numerous academic and research milestones achieved this past year, including more than 48 teaching awards across 20 distinct academic units, and 316 new competitive research grants awarded to University of Windsor faculty and staff. A few other highlights included a professor being elected to the Royal Society of Canada, and another named a 2023 Fulbright Canada Research Chair in Public Health. 2 of our graduate students earned prestigious doctoral Vanier Canada graduate scholarships, and 2 others received inaugural Tepperman Family Indigenous Graduate Student Scholarships as well. These are just a few highlights of our teaching and research excellence. We cherish every scholar at our institution for their unique role in enriching our academic and learning environments. This past fall, the University of Windsor also held an inaugural Black Alumni Weekend. It was an excellent opportunity for the university to foster a deeper sense of belonging for Black alumni from the University of Windsor. We also achieved another significant milestone with the launch of our first ever employee mental health strategy this past year. This strengthens our commitment to mental health and well-being, especially in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. We aspire to be a community leader in fostering a caring and connected culture. In 2023, the university marked the 1-year anniversary of the new Toldo Lancer Center. The TLC attracted nearly 600,000 visitors in its inaugural year and earned an Outstanding Facility Award from the National Intramural and Recreation Sports Association. We also named a TLC entrance in recognition of our partnership with the City of Windsor, highlighting our joint dedication to neighborhood strategies and initiatives promoting community health and well-being. I want to shift away a little bit to focus now on Aspire, the recently approved strategic plan for the University of Windsor. As I was highlighting the accomplishments from the past year, you may have noted a focus on people, relationships, serving our students and communities. This constitutes the foundation of Aspire. Nearly 2,500 students, faculty, staff, alumni, and community members participated in Aspire's consultations. The plan was unanimously endorsed by both our University of Windsor Senate and the Board of Governors last spring. Aspire sets a course with foundational commitments and strategic priorities as an institution, marking the beginning of our journey to become a more goal-focused, equitable, and accountable institution. Everyone here today and in the broader community plays a vital role in this important 5-year initiative. We are committed to the goals we set in Aspire. Currently, we are focusing on moving from the vision of the plan to concrete and coordinated actions across the institution. Work is currently underway on the first ever strategic academic plan and a new strategic research plan, our first since 2015. These strategies are being co-led by our new provost and our new vice president, research and innovation. Other operational strategies and plans are also in development and are essential for realizing the vision of Aspire. The roadmap outlined by Aspire will be essential for addressing the many challenges that lie ahead, which will not just affect the University of Windsor, but all post-secondary institutions in Ontario and beyond. The uncertainties confronting higher education make planning particularly difficult, but also essential. Late last fall, the Government of Ontario released the much-anticipated Blue Ribbon Panel report, commissioned to address concerns about fiscal stability in our post-secondary sector. The report made a number of recommendations related to tuition, institutional efficiencies, financial sustainability, and student opportunities. Our university diligently followed the activities of the Blue Ribbon Panel, working closely with the Council of Ontario Universities and other peer institutions from across the province to provide suggestions in critical areas. While we look forward to collaborating with the province and the sector, the specific implications of the government's response to the panel's recommendations still remain somewhat unclear. This uncertainty, coupled with changes related to international recruitment and enrollment, poses serious risks to all Ontario universities. Maintaining financial sustainability is crucial to fulfilling our academic mission, truly serving our communities, and pursuing our strategic goals. We presented a balanced operating budget for 2023-24 of $345 million to our Board of Governors last spring. That budget also emphasized the importance of agile financial planning to ensure readiness for unforeseen circumstances in the future, much like those we've navigated during the past few years in dealing with the global pandemic. For example, I mentioned earlier that we made progress in our overall enrollment as an institution. But enrollment, especially international enrollment, is a complex issue. It's not only influenced by our efforts, but also by a myriad of factors outside our control. Case in point, our renowned international course-based master's programs, a significant driver of our international enrollments as a university, experienced softening in registrations this past semester. As well, the federal government, as you're all well aware of, recently announced caps on undergraduate and non-degree international student visas. The provincial government must now decide how to implement those restrictions among Ontario's colleges and universities. External pressures such as these create uncertainty. Challenges related to enrollment will result in fiscal concerns across the entire sector. Canada's universities are collaboratively addressing these issues, yet each institution must respond to the impacts individually and in alignment with their differentiated programs. This, coupled with the provincial domestic tuition freeze in place since 2018, has meant that at this time we are projecting a budget deficit for 24-25. I want to reiterate that these fiscal challenges and other obstacles are sector-wide. But even though this picture is still unclear, the university has established a budget balancing committee to support finding immediate solutions for both the short and long term. Careful financial planning is essential to navigate these uncertainties. We recognize our responsibility to keep our campus community informed as the situation evolves. However, our top priority remains the overall success of our students, ensuring they are well supported in everything they do. We must also engage, however, in effective fundraising, manage our costs wisely, explore innovative revenue generation opportunities, and engage in thoughtful strategic enrollment planning as an institution. This will also require a shift in thinking away from a business as usual focus. In the coming months, we will need to have some important conversations across the university to align our plans for improvement with our current financial resources. Teamwork will be essential. Together, we can advance opportunities across our campus, city, region, and beyond, sustaining the momentum gained during the past year and truly leveraging successes. We're actively working with the public and private sector to streamline our efficiencies. We are developing cross-sectoral partnerships, as we spoke about already today, generating new revenue streams and optimizing opportunities. These collaborations go beyond the boundaries of our campus and contribute to creating concrete and lasting change for our entire region. For example, we are working with Stellantis on its multi-billion-dollar investment in Windsor, which involves extending the University of Windsor's Automotive Research and Development Center to house the first Stellantis battery lab in all of North America. Our goal is to continue to contribute to making Windsor-Essex the EV capital of Canada, utilizing our diverse educational programs to cultivate expertise, talent, and true and meaningful discoveries. Our commitment to innovation is also strengthened by an enhanced relationship with Invest Windsor Essex. The university now has a dedicated special advisor on innovation and partnership to foster greater collaborations for future economic prosperity. In downtown Windsor, we have actively been contributing to revitalizing the city's core by expanding our urban footprint. Our efforts began in 2015 with the start of classes at our School of Social Work and Continuing Education at Windsor Hall. In 2017, we advanced even further when the School of Creative Arts began offering programs in a state-of-the-art learning center located in the Windsor Armories. This transformation involved the Government of Ontario and the City of Windsor and earned the Lieutenant Governor's Ontario Heritage Award for Excellence in Conservation. In 2022, our downtown presence expanded once again when the university took possession of an iconic building at 300 Willette Avenue. This space is becoming a central hub for tech innovation, experiential learning, and community engagement. A new initiative underway will see the university sign an MOU and develop a long-term partnership with the YMCA of Southwestern Ontario. Their mission is strongly aligned with ours, and working together, we will enhance programming and resources, including international and newcomer support and career resources. In another exciting development, we are collaborating with Green Shield to explore a mutually beneficial partnership. Green Shield is revolutionizing healthcare and benefits in all of Canada. And as a not-for-profit, they do it to advance their mission of a better health for all. Our partnership will aim to create scalable opportunities to support student, employee, and community mental health and wellness across our campus and beyond. We're also developing an exciting bilateral partnership with the Windsor Regional Hospital intended to strengthen ties among researchers and health service providers in supporting the development of a health innovation park adjacent to the new hospital. This includes exploring opportunities for health and medical researchers to have a physical presence on site, but also in supporting the creation of a true health services ecosystem. Our university also maintains close ties with the city and region in just about everything we do on initiatives that benefit multiple stakeholders, many of whom are here today. Last spring, the university hosted the inaugural University of Windsor Mayors and CAOs Forum. Numerous ideas were generated from that initial event, and we are looking forward to further building on those in the future. One of the most urgent issues in our region, as you're all well aware, is housing. We need to focus on availability and affordability for everyone, not just our student population. We are dedicated to working with municipal partners, housing advocacy organizations, and developers within and beyond our campus to identify real and sustainable opportunities. Housing will be a key discussion point in our upcoming Chancellor's Leadership Series in March. The University of Windsor is not just interested in participating in these conversations, we want to contribute to real and meaningful solutions. Again, it's imperative that we tackle these challenges together. The achievements we celebrate today and the impact we have are a powerful testament to the strength of togetherness. I want to express my sincere gratitude to each of you once again for your commitment to the university, this city, and the entire Windsor-Essex region. I particularly value the collaborative spirit of our unions and employee groups whose incredible contributions amplify the overall success of our institution. As a university and region, we have done so much, accomplished so much, but we can do more. Despite all the challenges, this is a moment that commands our attention with renewed focus, enthusiasm, and dedication. It's time for us to go beyond just working together. What we need is a unified rallying call as we face the future. Let us confront the challenges and complexities of our world and community. Let us cultivate a culture of open communication where every voice resonates. Let's nurture the collective spirit and values that embody the university and our community that we aspire to be. Let us propel the university forward and truly advance the progress of our city and incredible region. Let us reach out to our shared tomorrow and embrace all that brings us collectively together. Thank you so much, everybody.